Okay, there we go. What's up, good people? Naj and Raymond here. We making some good food for y'all tonight.
I think
Hopefully,
right. That's better for me.
hopefully.
We're using a new meat,
Yes.
and this is something that we Najee said he already seen before. I've never even heard of this. It's called New Everyday Legendary Plant-Based Ground. Um, I checked out the reviews. Not impressed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see what I can do to be impressed.
Mm-hmm.
This is where skill set comes in. So if this ends up being good,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good regardless, just based off of your level of skill set. She's made stuff that shouldn't be good be really good. So now let's talk about some of the specifics with this. All right, so this is basically a pea protein, which is good. Uh, I don't really see a lot of bad ingredients necessarily. They do have a lot of ingredients, but a lot of it is like seasonings and things like that. They have some oil in there. I see some canola. I see some coconuts.
Got basil, lemon, apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. Now, macronutrient profile, that's where this shines. This is really cool. So, let's see if it's going to focus for your boy. 1 second.
Focus for your boy.
Yeah. Stop right there. All right. So, the whole pack is 600 calories, which is really great. Really great. 600 calories with 63 grams of protein. So that's why I like it, and I hope we really do like it because that's a really great profile. Price wise, this was $7.99. So I'm thinking because they're new, that's the reason why the pricing is up there. Because think about like Beyond and Impossible. That's how they were when they first started as well. So we're gonna see how this ends up turning out.
They sure were. Impossible was like $10.99 back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. Beyond too, especially the ground when it came out.
Yeah,
actually,
the ground still is more expensive.
Yeah, actually, if you get it from Whole Foods, it's still around that price, like $9.
Yeah, so I don't think the price is that crazy.
Right. So, especially for what you get. So, let's go ahead and
let's get started. So we're gonna make some tacos. I'm gonna start off. Not just gonna change the camera for you guys in a second, but we're gonna start off by making sure that we have a nice, yummy base.
Mm-hmm.
When I say base, I mean like a salsa. Like it's not even called a salsa because it doesn't have no like tomatoes, but like a mix I like to put on my tacos. So I'm gonna wait for Naj.
1 second, let me
back like all your shows.
Yeah, we got a little something popping. I don't know what happened right here. Let's see.
Well, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna have some shallots, jalapeno, cilantro, and some garlic. So I'm gonna chop all this up together and make that that little
mix.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna put some salt in it, and that's gonna be about it. So I'm gonna put in a nice amount of garlic, a nice amount of. Can I still hear me on the other ones?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice amount of garlic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 little knobs there. And this boy is doing that together for us. Well, I already rinsed off everything. I'm also going to use a potato in this. I may or may not use the potato. I'm just going to chop up and cook some potatoes and get that going. And then we have the tortillas that Najee found that are only 25 calories, which is excellent. And they're 25 calories per tortilla. So 4 tortillas is 90 calories, which is great. So awesome. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start chopping up my garlic first. I always chop up the garlic by smashing it on with the side of my knife, like so. I'm just gonna move this up. So I'm gonna smash all of them and then I'm gonna chop them. Can you zoom a little bit? Great. So we smashed up our 11 little garlics, and we're gonna chop them. Ooh, I just sharpened this knife, and baby, it's sharp. Where can you see the comments if there are any?
Mm-hmm.
Garlic is a staple in our house. Right, baby?
Yes, yes, yes.
That was some sazon, which I forgot to grab. You can grab that sazon. It's not pertinent right now, but. So I'm gonna chop this up pretty small. Also, babe, thank you for grabbing that. Can you also get the slicer I just got? The one I made the that white slicer thing I was like getting the shallots together with. It should be in the dishwasher.
No idea. What you talking about, baby? You said it's like, oh, this thing.
There we go. Just chopping this up nice and small. I'm a little faster. Maybe you ever use garlic like this before?
As much? No. Nowhere near. Every once in a while. Actually, no.
Just no.
Just no.
Maybe garlic powder.
Yeah, garlic powder. That's what I'm going to say. Once in a while, garlic powder, but even still, it was a rare occasion.
I don't know how close you guys can see, but I'm gonna try to get this as minced as possible. You can also just buy minced, but I also really enjoy just mincing it myself. Yeah, I do. Knowing it's fresh. So basically, I'm just chopping, and then I bring it all back together and chop in a different direction to really make sure we're getting it nice and small. It being small is important. I probably need a small saucepan too. Sorry. I think it's right below me. Close it back. There's one on this side right down there. Right down. Back. Alright, this is pretty small now, so I feel good about it. I'm just going to put that to the side, and we're going to cook this in a moment. Alright, to the side it goes. And now we're going to use shallot.
So before we continue, what I'm going to do, come on over here. I'll break some of this out so we can see what we're doing.
Okay.
So let's throw those shallots on the
I don't know how many we
pan.
use yet, so let's just do 2 of them to start.
Okay. So this so we all can know how many calories we're taking in totality, meaning the most amount of calories. We're gonna weigh it all out before we even use it.
So I'll start with the garlic that I already chopped.
Okay.
Get that in there.
Now notice she put the cup on top and then zeroed out the food scale so that it doesn't account for the weight of the cup. Now, what we at, about 35 grams.
Yeah, about 35 grams of garlic. Great. And now we have a new one. We're going to zero that out. I'll put these two in there. About 93 grams of. Okay, so about 93 grams of shallots is what I'm going to start with.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's our jalapeno. Actually, let me cut this off. So we're definitely not going to use that. Jalapeno is 36 grams. Great. So now that we have that measured out, you should get this one. 93 grams of shallots.
What was the garlic?
I forgot. It was
35.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the jalapeno, 36 grams. So I'm going to slice up the shallots, like so. You kind of see it. Let me turn this around.
So jalapeno was what?
36. I'll turn this on the side. You can see it.
It's a really cool tool.
It is. It makes things a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Oopsie. A little tighter. These shallots are super strong. The beers?
I believe so. I'm just going to make sure.
So I'm going to take the rest of these right here, and I'm just going to start chopping these really small. Really small. And now I'm going to chop these as well.
So that's 95 grams of shallots right there. Yeah, it's all good.
All right. I had to take a little break to wipe my eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, let me come over here front screen. Okay, so let me show you all something very fast. I have the BGP coaching app pulled up. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Let's see if we can do like a little something. There we go. Look at that. All right. So we weighing out exactly what we're taking in. You can see at the very top it says 132 calories so far. That's for the shallots, the jalapenos, and then also what else did we weigh? Shallots, jalapeno, and then garlic. All right. So 132 calories so far. Now you don't obviously have to use as much, right? Because we're making this basically for 2 to 3 people. So you won't need that much so far. I'm also going to go ahead and just add in the pack of the uh, ground crumbles, basically, or just the ground by Everything Legendary. So let's see if it pops up, and it does. And I'm gonna change that to 3 servings. You know what? 1 second. Let's go ahead and do it like that. Split.
Cool.
So you can still go. I'll move this back a little bit. Adjust that. Right, give me 1 second, good people. All right. So the cool thing about this, when you got packaged things like that, you don't have to, if you're gonna use the whole pack, shall I say. If you use the whole pack, you don't have to weigh it out or anything like that. You just scan the barcode on there, and then you put the serving size. So this is 3 serving size, 200 calories per serving. So the whole thing, 600 calories. I'm gonna just go ahead and write 3 servings. Add. And so far for everything that we weighed out, garlic, shallots, jalapenos, and then the ground, we are at 732 calories. But again, this is split between 2 to 3 people. So don't think that this would just be for one individual.
Thanks.
All right.
This is about 22 grams of cilantro, which we measured.
Cool. Add that in. Cilantro. 2 grams.
Now we're gonna go ahead and start chopping up the 94. This was 35 grams of jalapenos.
35 grams of jalapenos. Cool.
I'm chopping these really thin. I want this to be a nice, like, minced mix. If I could move this measuring and if you could just rinse out, if you could put that saucepan right there, I'm still using that.
Please.
Actually, hold on. We have to measure out the butter. Forgot. We're gonna cook this in butter. Baby, could you get a serving size of the butter measured? You still want it split?
For a second.
Okay.
A little bit more, 17
Perfect.
grams.
That's fine.
So I add 17 grams of the Country Crock
Check out our
butter.
shorts on YouTube with that in a day or so, explaining why we got the country crock butter. Right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I can show you all. Turn on the barcode scanner. Place it over the barcode. Scan it. Change the serving to grams. And then add in 17. 60 calories. Cool.
Beautiful. So here's our beautifully chopped. I don't know if you can see it well, but here's our beautifully chopped jalapeno. I'm gonna wash my hands because I don't want to actually burn myself, and wash off my knife. Great. Thank you.
All right.
Where's my butter go?
And that's things.
So turn the computer. Turn the stove on to like medium highish, and we're gonna let that start getting hot. I'm gonna start kind of cleaning up a little bit, and then we can get from there. You know that cup? Oh, you threw it a lot of them. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put that butter in there. I already measured this butter. I'm a big believer in getting everything I have to pay for, my calories on there, so get that in the pan. Not possible. Okay, so we're gonna get that all around the pan. It's quite a bit of butter, right? But this is gonna be for our shallots and our garlic. Put that in there. We don't want to burn anything, so what we're gonna do is get this in there before it starts getting too sizzly. We're gonna cook down our shallots. And once we start cooking down the shallots, then we'll start cooking down the garlic. I'm gonna put this up to 5, which is full medium heat. Make sure that butter gets all in there. And this won't cook long because it's just gonna be, it's cooked so thin, it's cut so thin, it's gonna be pretty quick. Now, while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and open up our new meat. What am I talking about? Now I'm just gonna open it. Let me see if it's hard for me to open. I don't even want to try. Here, baby. I'm gonna get ready to season this.
Oh yeah, this is pretty simple. This is way easier than the other. Yeah.
Awesome. I want to hurry up and start seasoning this. Because it looks crazy to me.
Yes.
Very
interesting. Well,
So I'm gonna use a fajita mix. I love this fajita mix. I use in a lot of our mock meats. I'll put that right on top. We use about half the package. Then I have our sazon that we absolutely adore. Sazon. Put that right on top. Ground cumin helps everything to taste a little bit more meat-like to me.
agreed.
I'll put a nice amount of that in there.
Now, question.
Yes.
So what is your seasoning list? can this be applied to any other proteins?
Absolutely.
Right. So it's not just about everything legendary ground. This can go for any protein that they're making with their tacos.
This is typically how I season every mock meat.
But, we got to put that out there. Because a lot of people think that if you don't have exactly what has been shown, that you can make the recipe.
This is a garlic powder, but that's absolutely true. It's some people really don't understand that it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take a spoon and I'm gonna start pressing that in. I'm not gonna actually like mix this through yet because I don't know how this cooks. So I want to make sure I can get a nice sear with it. I'm just gonna kind of like stab it in so that the flavor is getting in there. I'm gonna let that sit in there while we get our onions together. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add in our garlic, all that beautiful garlic into our mix. Let's start mixing that up. And look how small the shallots have become.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not a lot of shallots anymore. What I am going to do is I think I'm going to add in some more shallots actually, which sounds crazy, but I might, but I'm going to wait and see how it tastes. And we're going to just cook this long enough for the, oh, I spilled some. We're going to cook this long enough for the garlic to get soft and less fragrant. And then we're going to take it out. Come back through. Again, we don't necessarily want to burn it. A little browning is not a problem. We don't want to burn it, so you want to keep going. And see how the butter's been cooked up in there. Smells good, doesn't it, baby? Smell. Oh, aromatic. I'm gonna spread that out. That's gonna be the last little spinneroonie with this. Gonna let that cook down a little bit longer. And then once this is done, we're gonna move this out the way and start heating up our other pan. We still have our potato.
Mm-hmm.
So we get that. Huh?
Didn't know we were using that.
I told you we were using potato. Let's measure it actually. I'm gonna measure it off screen, but you can probably kind of see it. I'm not using this much. $205 grams of a potato. We are going to eat the skin. The reason why I'm using a potato, which I usually don't, is because I really don't know how this meat's going to taste. So I want to have some other dynamic to it that I know I can trust. And you can't go wrong with potatoes. All right, I'm turning off our heat. We're going to transfer this into our little cup. Leave nobody behind. No onion left behind. There we go. Beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this one on 3.5, which is about medium to low. I'm going to spread our pan. And and get that ready for the meats. We still have seasoning to do for this meat, but we just want to at least get some of it kind of just penetrating in there. All right, now for our yummy mix. I'm going to go ahead and put the, let me try to move this a little closer. There we go. I'm going to put our mix in here. I'm going to add the jalapenos in. And then add in our cilantro. I'm gonna add in the cilantro sparingly. I might not use all the cilantro, but add in that. I'm also gonna use some Maldon salt. I absolutely adore Maldon salt, especially in stuff like this. So I'm just gonna use a pinch of that to start, and then we're gonna taste test it as we mix. We'll take it and we're gonna start mixing it in.
What do you call this? Have you mixed?
I have no idea. I just made it up.
Ornaments. That's crazy.
Can I have some of that? Like get that. A horrible day. All right, let's get this mixed up again. Yeah. Look how pretty this is. See that? Are you still freaked out by that, or?
Yeah.
All right. Here is our beautiful mix. I'm gonna give it a little taste. Let me rinse off the spoon. You know what's funny? You were running around so funny. You were running around.
Yeah, it's funny.
A little bit more salt. A little bit more cilantro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Put this to the side. Really good mix. I don't know. It's like what I would have put on a taco anyway. I just chopped it.
Oh, nice.
Let me think about it. We put cilantro, onions, and jalapenos on top anyway. So, all right. So our pan is hot. If we could just put the camera on the pan for me. Just gonna do it like that just to make it a little bit easier for me to take it out and cook it. I'm gonna let that sear. I'm gonna spray the top just a little bit. And I'm gonna rinse off some of our cutting board area.
Oh, cool. That's pretty interesting.
So I'd already washed our potato. I already washed this potato. So I'm gonna just start chopping this bad boy up.
Let's go here. And let's see what we got.
I'm slicing it pretty thin.
And it's 205 grams of potatoes.
Potatoes.
Let me add that to the portion out. You turn, right?
Idaho.
Idaho. Idaho or Idaho?
Like a good great.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Great. So there's our potatoes. Now I'm gonna press these down. Smash these out. They smell good.
Mm-hmm.
As far as in the seasoning.
No, real good. You're great.
They look like little burgers.
Oh.
Can you do the carrot, baby? Can you finish off that pan? I just want to put the potatoes in that. Alright. We're gonna go and flip these. Ooh, that's the color I was wanting, so that's great. I found with mock meat, getting a sear on it is really a great idea. It really helps to get texture right. If you get the texture right, everything else will taste good. So I'm gonna take a little bit of our malted salt and get that on top. You don't need to use malted salt, you can use any salt. I just have malted salt nearby. There's some paper towels in there if you wanna. Start breaking this up a little bit. It's quite juicy. Great. I want to make sure this turns into a taco meat, so start breaking it up. Because I've never cooked with this, I am going to take a piece out and see how it tastes so far. Huh? No. I need to know what this thing tastes like.
Huh?
We can both taste. He said, I'll be the taster. Hey, babe. Okay. A little cardboardy.
Not bad.
I don't know what more garlic here. The flavor tastes good, like it's a nice juiciness to it. But they did give feedback in the reviews about it tasting a little cardboardy, and I can see that.
Yeah.
Add some cumin to that. And I'm gonna add some more of the fajita mix on top. And just more of the seasonings in general, just to try to help combat that aftertaste. Can you do me a favor and start getting that pan hot, baby? Great. So I'm turning this down, and now I'm gonna start mixing this up really well. So I'm gonna use the back of the knife and the spatula I'm using.
I hope y'all are paying attention to the techniques that she's using, the ways that she's cooking, all of those things. Because you can apply this to any sort of, like I mentioned, protein that you're making. All right. It's not about just having this specific protein. It's about taking this and applying it towards whatever you're cooking. So that can be tofu, that can be seitan, that can be
Impossible, Beyond, pea
whatever.
protein, walnut meat, whatever you got.
Whatever. So the seasons that she's using, write them down, or just go to Amazon on your phone now, buy them, experiment.
So I'm leaving some of the pieces a little thick, a little larger, so we can have some dimension and texture. That's the biggest thing I've learned being 6 years vegan. Texture is a big deal. That's why we sear it a little bit, get some burnt looking pieces, get some soft pieces. It really helps to get the flavor on point. Oh. Mm-hmm. Great. So I'm going to put that back in a container.
Wait, you use the cooking spray for this, right?
Excuse me?
Did you use the cooking spray?
I used it for that. I'm gonna use butter for this. Just a little bit. I don't need 17 What's on, baby? I need to do this real quick.
Huh?
I need to do this. So did you need access on me?
No, not really.
Okay. I'm gonna put this. Oh, you guys can't see, but I'm putting it into a container.
Let's use the butter for that as well.
No, just this way. Just spray. Now just getting some butter ready for us.
Let's make this for whatever else we do, and just use that one out.
This is all I need it for. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this pan nice and hot so we can make our potatoes. Put in the butter. Now she just measured. How many grams is this? 15 grams of butter. Now, while I was cooking the meat, Naja was warming up this pan for me so we can get it cooking. So that's why it's hot already. I'm gonna go ahead and put our potatoes right in. This is how many grams, baby?
205.
205. Awesome. I'm gonna mix in some of our garlic paste. Naj, hopefully you got that in. Can you spoon? Now she's measuring out our garlic paste. A lot of garlic in this game. Hmm? What's the talking about?
I just know what it is.
Oh, that's it.
That's enough.
Perfect. How many calories? 4 grams of garlic paste. Some salt. And we have it on medium heat. Alright, we're gonna let these roast up. Get everything on the pan as much as you can. Just spread it out. So everything is getting some love. As much as you can. There we go. Now, I'm gonna add some cilantro to this mix of our taco mix. Just a little bit. Mix that in. You wanna try it now?
Yes. That tastes like taco meat.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Mission accomplished. It kind of reminds me of chorizo. Not. Can you open the door? Is it colder outside? Because I'm hot. I turned that on. Mm-hmm. Look at that sear. I'm gonna turn this down. This looks pretty.
Back door.
Because these are cut, chopped so thin, they should cook a little bit faster. So I'm just gonna check to see where we're at by trying one real quick. Oh, it's pretty much ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to taste it?
Yes.
Now just like, yes. Taste tester.
I like that.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a container to put this in, babe?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spread this out a little bit more. Let it get seared one more time. And then it should be done in like a few moments. The last thing we're gonna get prepared for is our tortillas, and we're gonna get some plates together. These look pretty. All right, so you see that? I don't know which camera I'm in.
Just wait 1 second. All right. And then both.
And everything can have a little cilantro in it. Just why not? It looks pretty. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And there's our potatoes. And we don't have to use the potatoes. Again, it's just, for me, I just wanted to make sure I really enjoyed this because I'm hungry. So it's not absolutely necessary. So now what we're going to do is put the heat on medium to low. Spray it and start getting our tortillas and cheese together. And I'm going to show you a trick with cheese if you're vegan and you don't know how to get your cheese to properly melt. This will help a lot. So first things first, let's get our tortilla in the pan. So you saw I sprayed it, swivel it around, and then flipped it. So that means this side has oil and the other side now has oil too. We're gonna wait for it to kind of bubble up. I'm gonna start measuring out my cheese. I use a little handful for each one. So I'm gonna make, how many tacos do you want? 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I think I'll need. That's 57 grams, and that's for 6 tacos. So you see it's starting to bubble up. You see it's a little drier now. So what I'm gonna do is take this, and I just measured out 58 grams of cheese, right? For 6 tacos. I'm gonna take a little, this much is what I like, just this. And I'm gonna put the taco shell right on top of that. While I'm doing this, now I'm just getting this added into the Built by Plants app. And I'm gonna press this down and let that cheese melt beneath that. So, put that nice and then at that point, you'll be able to flip it back and now you have melted cheese. Beautiful. You actually can leave it in there if you want it a little crispier, so I'm gonna do that. So I know now she likes it a little crispy.
Mm-hmm.
See the process there. Go ahead and get this one out now. Let it do its thing. We're gonna let that get bubbled up. And in the meantime, you wanna show them this one, babe? So you have the cheese is melted. You can make it as melty as you'd like too.
Mm-hmm.
So this tortilla is starting to bubble. I don't know if you want to get closer, but this one is starting to bubble up a little bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and put our little handful of cheese and put that right over on top of it. Beautiful. Najee, you should do only like 2 or 3 rings. I forgot. I'm making 6. Wait. So we have the heat on medium. These are very thin tortillas because they're only 25 calories each, which is great. But you do need to be, you can't be too rough with them either. So you see how it looks a little bubbled up there. I'm going to take my little handful of cheese. Put that right on top. This is how you make your cheese tortillas. Push this towards you. turn this out because we're gonna make these 3. Now I can make all 6 in a little bit. I can make all 6 in a little bit, but we want to make sure we get some. You guys to see the plating of it. Looks great. All right, so if we can bring it back over here, my friend. So now it's time to start plating for the tacos. You want the potatoes or no? Yeah, okay. Okay. So we're gonna start with the mock meat. Remember, we measured out the entire block, so because we did that, we know that we're getting at least this much in calories. So.
Yeah. So, to Raina's point, all of the calories are accounted for already, and a total of 1,225 calories. But you divide that by 6.
Well, it might be less. It might end up being 8 tacos, right?
Yeah.
But we'll just go with 6 to be safe.
However many tacos you make, you divide it by that amount of tacos. So you go 1,225 divided by 6. That means each taco is 204 calories. But as Raina mentioned, if you make 8 tacos out of it, you also have to account for the 2 added tortillas. But it can potentially be about 170 calories per tortilla.
Yes, sir. You want a hot sauce?
Yes.
Can you grab one for me? Nice, sweet love. Naja likes red hot on everything.
I put that shit on everything. As the lady said.
And can I have that? We're just gonna splash it on there.
Hold on 1 second before you do.
Great. Those look beautiful.
You come a little closer.
Yes, okay. Great.
And there we go.
Show the people how you like them, so you can try them while making those with tortillas. But first, take a picture. Last time, Naja forgot to. There you go, my love. And then if you just pass me a plate, so I can get that going.
Okay, let's get some split action going on over here. Pull me out.
I have a plate, baby.
Yeah.
Beautiful, thank you.
Okay. Bring it down a little bit.
Yeah, bring it down a little bit.
There we go. Let's try these beautiful tacos.
They do look pretty.
We making stuff look like art. I don't want to eat it. I'm scared. This is greatness. Forgot about the potato. Caught me off guard, like, oh, what's that? This is
Probably more
good.
filling.
Mm,
It's probably more filling.
this is really good.
You like that? Is it spicy? I don't think it's spicy. I need some serranos. If you want some spice, I can throw a little chili stick on it. Just a little bit.
These are really, really good.
Tell him some more, baby. Scale from 1 to 10. Go back on you. Oh, he says, I think he's spice might be hitting him.
Okay. 1 to 10. These are. I think the potatoes made a 10. The only thing that is missing,
Avocado.
I haven't had avocado on the taco in so long.
I know, right? We just haven't been
forgot
doing it.
about avocados. Like I've had them every once in a while, but I haven't had them on a taco in a long
We used to
time.
eat them on tacos like every day. That
It
was
was
like our
a
thing.
requirement. It was like,
Like,
the
this
taco-
could have been 10 if you gave me avocado.
it was like the taco wasn't complete without it. But no, just the spice. I think like the
It
serrano.
needs some spice,
The
yeah.
serrano would make it like.
Well, try that one and see if that little chili helped.
Probably need some more.
More?
Mhm.
Or just put it on you. I'm not too much, please. So, what is it? It's a 10?
As far as the overall taste, it tastes great. So I would say so.
Huh?
As far as the overall taste, it tastes great. So I would say so. But at the same time, it's not like it's the best tacos I've had from it.
Yeah, I don't know about this meat. How do you feel about this meat? This everyday legend stuff.
It's really hard to judge it because there's so much to the taco that I
It's
can't
nasty.
separate it from how it may actually taste.
Yeah, got you. We'll taste it by itself. Let me try this. And try this.
It's pretty decent. It's not bad. It's, you know what I would say when people start off things by saying it's not bad. That means
Yeah, it's not good to me.
But
Wow. What the hell? Why, Papa?
speaking of,
Okay, I need to get
this live is sponsored by Built by Plants supplements, MVP subs. So vanilla ice cream, you can grab that. BVPsubs.com or builtbyplantsbrand.com. 130 calories, 20 grams of protein, and the chocolate frosty protein powder. 115 calories, 22 grams of protein.
You didn't even check to see if I was okay. Like, should be alright.
I was watching the whole time. Ain't gonna have to show you. I caught it all on camera. BVPsubs.com, grab your subs. Yeah. Back to the regular schedule program. That did just add a little bit spice to it though. It was
Okay.
pretty good.
Tell Pops to be honest. So this is kind of what I meant. So we still have this much taco meat left. That's like 2 tacos. So it's 8. We got 8.
Oh wow.
I'm glad I added the potatoes.
Yum, yum, yum.
All right, are we done with the live? I'm hot.
All right, good people. Thanks for tuning in.
He's right. Yep. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Sayonara.